Welcome to day 56 of my Road to 2000 Elo journey in chess. I did record and play this game, but I don't want to upload it. Instead, I'll just go over it because it's really embarrassing. But it was an Italian game, whatever. My opponent was playing super fast. You can see the time difference. They blunder their queen, and I just do the throw of the century. I don't know what happened. Like I was getting too confident. My biggest mistake here was just not taking the stupid bishop and letting them double stack the rooks and then just like threaten that. And then I had to sacrifice here. And then after they took, just look at this. Oops. But yeah, this is how it ended. Yeah, I lost the rook and I just couldn't believe that I let that happen. Like I had to sack my queen for the bishop just to like not get mated here. Wait, what was a better move? Wait a minute. No, this was the only saving move, yeah. And I was just doing very bad. So I'm playing a second game to hopefully do better. I can't do worse than that. Surely not. Let me just make sure everything's good. Okay, yeah. Man, I don't know. Like, I really did stop thinking. I didn't register any of the moves they made after they blundered their queen. I was like, oh yeah, I can. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much. I played this wrong. Oopsies. Trade, whatever. I'm still thinking about that last game, bro. I just can't believe that happened. Okay, I'm sort of locked in. I genuinely just don't know what to say about that. It sucks. It really does suck. Boom. Should I do that? Let's think here. Let's actually use our brains. If I just push, kind of have to take or move the knight, but I don't see them moving the knight. So if here take, but they get a center pawn, so let's not let them do that. If I push, they do that. If I push, actually, if I push, then they might take with the bishop. No, but taking with the pawn gives you these two center pawns. Um, just do that and then bring the rook in, support this pawn. Maybe I can. I don't see a reason to sacrifice it. Okay, this is where I have to make very important decisions. Well, obviously, I don't want this bishop to really be pointing here too much. I want to eventually kick it out of the way. So let's do that. Let's kick it out. And then if it goes here, okay, it goes there. So I don't even have to think about that. But I mean, I can just reinforce the pawn, threaten that. If he pushes here, okay, he opens up that square. Do I let him trade it off? I think I want to let him trade it off. Let's go here. I hope you take. Please take. Thank you. As long as the knight is off, I stand a better chance. I'm worried about that and then that. So here, but then here, and I can come back this way. If bishop here, I'm gonna be met with f5 probably. If I see f5, and I go back here, then he can close me out like that. The reason I want to play here is to stop from pushing. But you know what? This feels more right. This feels more right. I can get a nice chain here. If I go here and then here, it's just like I'm forced back. So let me get my own pawn chain. Maybe I can just push again. And then I have that too. Okay. If I go here, potential to go here maybe. So let's do that. Maybe I can go here, because if you go here, you're just shut out. So let's do, oh, but then you get this. If you're here, then you have to go all the way back. Let's say, because what I wanted to do was bring the rook here to target that. Because if he tries to push, then I can lock it here. Do I want to lock it though? Maybe I do. If I push now, he's not gonna take. He's gonna push either way. So, but okay, let's say I move here, push here. If he takes, take. Is h4 way too early? Like, I mean, way too like. Is it too early to play something like that? Because if he moves back, he can just move back. It's a problem. Okay, let's go here. Just target that pawn, nice and simple. If he takes, I take back. This is still protected. Okay, he does that, but now I can play that. Because he pushed this pawn now, and he can't push that, because then I take. Is that correct? I don't know. Now I can push. Like I wanted to. Or do I just go with that? Because if I go with that, he can go here. But then I go here. Oh, wait. If I push and take, I can take. If push, he tries to shut it off. That's a blunder. So if I push, he's got to take, and then I can bring the rook here. But is there any like counter he has that I'm not considering? I mean, he's got that. But if I push, then I do that. Or do I play here? Take. I can't let him have the open file. I don't think playing that is super good yet. Hold on. If I push, he takes. I take. He can't take because then I take and promote. So if I push, he takes. I take. He moves here. Then I can actually take here. But I have to worry about check, maybe. And then my king's pretty exposed. No, but I can just block like that. So I think this is the move. After here, I can just take, sack the rook. He has to block. I move here. defending the pawn. Okay, but now I just take. I'm threatening to win that pawn too. If I move here, it's gonna have one of these. Let's push to prevent that because I want to. I mean, wait, is that even right? No, I just blundered the pawn. Takes. I'm gonna go here. I can't actually go there. What am I saying? I just don't want him to push. That's really it. That's really like all I want is for him to not push. And yeah, I played this pretty badly. So yeah, this pawn is dangerous. It's very dangerous. Kind of slipped up there, threatening that. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit like this pawn's pretty dangerous, way more threatening than mine, because this one can promote. Um, I'm threatening that winning the rook, so the rook either has to move here. Actually, this might be the only move, or king here. If king here, king here. I think I want my king here if possible. But it really depends on what he plays next, because I think he has to play king here. Yeah, I think my really like my rook is super active, and that's what's gonna save me the game. Like I'm glad I got it there. Oh, he missed it. Wait, he missed it. Rough. That's rough. But yeah, I think now I just clean up. Stay on the light squares, and I got nothing to worry about. But I can't like what happened last time. You know what? Let that be a lesson not to get cocky. I wasn't even cocky. It's more like I just got like confident, too confident. Yeah, I'm really low on time though. Okay, but now I won. Okay, as long as I get as long as I get the bishop, I was gonna say like I'm good because I can just clean up the pawns. This is blocked. Okay, I should be at least draw. If I really run out of time, then I'm good. But I should be good now. There is no knight to or bishop or two rooks to mess me up. I'll sack here. I don't care. That's a relief, man. That's a relief. He's gonna make this really hard, or not hard, but okay. I'm just glad I did kind of misplay the opening. The opening, it did catch me off guard. Elephant Gambit, that's interesting. Might be worth picking up because it really did catch me off guard. I walked into the queen trade. Good game though. Nice quote. Okay, is it? Oh, it's considered a. Okay, I think taking is yeah, it is the best, but once I, okay, once I get, I feel like I've seen this on like YouTube Shorts a bunch of times, and I never know. I never remember the correct continuation. Let me see if I can just do it now to kind of see and have it as like a future reference. I would have played knight here. Why is knight here not good? Or why is it not the best? Okay, it's one of the best because I can get pinned. Makes sense. If I go here, pressure here. Okay, what's their best move? That walks into that, so probably not. I'll probably see this again, but okay. Maybe not, maybe not. I don't know. This is stupid of me. This is really stupid of me. Yeah, I walked into the queen trade. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit like tilted from losing my first game that I was like, let me just prove I'm not as bad as I performed just then. Like I had to like just quickly get into like a end game. Wasn't thinking straight. Push. I spent a lot of time here. No, I didn't. Where was a move that I spent a lot of time on? Was it that? Yeah, that. I played that because what something I like realize in most middle game and end games is that if you have an opportunity to kick a piece away, it's likely the best move. And you also get like connected pawns here. So I was like, oh, if I push, he's likely not gonna take because my rook is here. So that's why I took a while to make that move. No, there was another move where I took a while to make too. It was here. Yeah, wow. I spent like 2 minutes. At least it was considered good. So here, I was like, yeah, I just target this pawn if he pushes and I can target this one again. But wait, was moving back the best move? What was the best move here? Taking. I never once thought about taking. I thought taking was just awful. So what happens after recapture? What happens here? Okay, I attack the rook, but then they have that. I attack the rook they have here. Oh, that blunders, yeah. Not only that, but can't I just... No, I can't push because I take. So I see. So it looks like taking is good because even though the rook does get to get a little bit more involved, there is no follow-up that would lead to anything worse than maybe like a trade. Like they would have to move back anyways, or like according to the engine. So it's really interesting. Wait, why did it? Oh. Okay, but yeah, this is at least the computer agrees with me because this is what I was going for. I wanted to bait him into playing that because they're taking. No, I think I saw something where like if I No. That's a different line. But where, yeah, this is sort of what I was going for. Like, I just really wanted my rook to get active. Go here. Oh, that seems like a problem to me, because if you trade, what do I do? Do I push? Or do I bring the rook in? Yeah. Okay. Didn't happen, but at least I was like, okay, but then, okay. Yeah, here also, I took a minute, exactly a minute to make this move. I was very, very confused. I did not know what to do. So my first and continuous instinct was to bring the rook back here, or try to fight for the open file. And I was like, yeah, if he can take though, and I'm all the way back in the first rank with my king. My king's a little less active, but I just didn't see a better move. So what did I have to think about here? No, pushing the pawn. I don't know if I ever considered that, but why is that the best move? I guess it restricts here, or already that's pretty good. Oh, I kept coming back to h4. H4. What would it, what would it have thought? H4 was good too. Okay, I didn't play H4 because I thought if you come back, then what do I do? I guess come here to try that, right? Okay. I wish I had more like confidence with this move here, because it actually was good. I was considering this, but I mean, what if the opponent played here, ending the spawn? Probably, I probably would have tried to move the rook. Maybe here. Why? Because I want to be able to play b4. Okay. Now that's really interesting. I think I'll come back to this game, honestly. Just to test out a couple more lines after h4. But move a piece to safety. Yeah, I blundered that pawn actually. That was a huge oversight. That was pretty stupid. Oh my god, we both missed it. Like he found it eventually, but bishop here was on the table for so many moves. This was the biggest decider of everything. He had to move king here, rook here, but he didn't see that after check. I just take the rook. Stop the pawn from advancing. Target his pawns. After he did that, yeah, just check and I pick up the bishop. All right, that was a decent game. I started off the first game really bad. Like I said, I didn't want to I didn't want to upload it. I'll share it, but to waste the video just on that, I was like, I didn't even want to show my reaction, bro. I was in absolute shock. I was like, I can't believe I threw a game up a queen. But anyways, thank you for watching. Till the next.